Welcome to the Jets Afterburners podcast, New York Jets Dan 16, and we got Liam right to my left. That one over there, we're doing a little new kind of setup here. So we got to get into this because, you had a solo going on, I believe, 2 days ago, and you laid right into the New York Jets, Liam, and I liked it. I think a lot of Jet fans enjoyed it. And I think that we're going to carry on to this. Liam, how are you tonight, senor? What's going on? Can you hear me?
It felt really good to get that off my chest the other night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nice.
Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, sir.
Right. Yeah.
Beautiful. To the chat.
All right. Yeah, of course. Luca, Eagle Fang. What's up, gents? It felt really good to get that off my chest the other night. I can't really say that I've recovered much. I'm still angry, but more than angry, I'm just kind of numb to it at the same time. It's just, I think after Monday night, I've kind of accepted what this season is going to be. Right. All off season long, all during training camp, when we were seeing the reports that Justin Fields and the offense was struggling during practice, we didn't really see much of the defense, which I think was the biggest surprise. Mm-hmm. How bad this defense still is. This is deja vu from last year, possibly even worse. From Andre Sisco to Tony Adams, even Sauce Gardner's been a disappointment. Stevens, Michael Carter, Sherwood. Disappointments throughout the entire secondary. And we've been saying, that this is going to be a bad team. We all knew that, right? Like I said Monday night, or Tuesday, actually, when I did it. We weren't expecting AFC Championship or bust. We weren't going all in. So, we had tempered expectations. The thing that hurts the most is I was, willing to accept, we're going to be we're going to be to the end. Maybe we just don't win a lot of games, 5-6 games. I think we'd be lucky to win 6. 5, I don't think we're going to go 0-17. I'm anywhere between 2 and 5 wins. But the thing that irritates me the most is just those little expectations, those little bars that we wanted to see the team meet. Accountability, a tough style of ball, not turning the ball over, which I think overall they've done outside of the fumbles, Justin Fields hasn't really thrown many interceptions. Mm-hmm. So that's a little bit of a positive, but there's been these little expectations that you just want to see the team. Like I said, probably the biggest thing, cleaning up the penalties, which Aaron Glenn keeps speaking about. Oh, the last 2 years in a row, the Jets were the most penalized teams. Slow ships turn fast. Yeah, I get that, but the ship's not turning at all. There's still penalties, and I get it. Some of these penalties are not warranted. Right. That one where, was it Tippmann's helmet came flying off, I believe it was. Yes. Was Tippmann, I think it was Tippmann.
It was Tippmann. Yep.
Garrett Wilson had a really bad penalty. So it's some of these penalties are not warranted, but when you're a bad team, you're going to get penalties. You're not going to get these breaks. Justin Fields with that late hit, why wasn't that a penalty? So it's there's certain moments where you could go back and look during the game.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you're a bad team, you don't get those calls.
Can I interject here?
Sure.
You said something interesting. You said you looked at this team, 6-7 win team. You don't think that the Jets are going to be an 0-17 team. You see, as much as I want to agree with that, as much as I want to say, you know what, Liam, sooner or later the Jets are going to win a game. I don't see it. I don't see with an undisciplined team where the win is going to come out. Like, as a Jet fan, seeing the product that we've seen for the past 4 games, you look at the schedule. We have absolutely no right as a Jet fan to look at it and say, oh, yeah, we can win against the Saints. Carolina, they're not that bad. Maybe we might surprise the world and beat Dallas. This is such an undisciplined team. And that's where I'm upset. I'm upset at myself, number one, for bringing these expectations high, thinking that the Jets can get to 7 wins. And yes, like you said, Liam, Aaron Glenn has been preaching accountability, new culture. Now today, he has a boxing glove at practice trying to punch
I saw that.
the football out. I get it that he's trying. He's trying his best. But I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I know that I'm going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. But this continues. These kind of antics, dancing, punching, Michael Clemens still on the team. Braylon Allen. Let me make something very clear here. We don't have that many superstars on offense. You can count on 3 fingers. How many you got? Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Braylon Allen. That's it. When you make a boneheaded decision to put Braylon Allen on kickoffs,
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
freaking knee. Yo, Mougey. Again, not only is AG failing, it's the Mougey guy. He's failing. He should have gotten the kick returner that he got today and the one that he also got today that he put on the practice squad. Those are forward-thinking personnel. Now, we're trying to pin a lot of the blame on the referees. As Jet fans, we've already inherited that when we go into the games, the refs are going to be against us. Now, when we hand off the ball, sorry, Braylon, I'm going to pick on you now. And that first drive, we're just pounding the rock. There's no remedy. And the guy fumbles the ball. Oh my gosh. Same old Jets. Please, Aaron Glenn, I want you to succeed. We all do. We want you to turn this thing around. The ship is sinking.
It's the Titanic.
Very bad. Let me tell you guys, as many as you Jet fans want to say, no, he's coming back next year. He's coming back. Why are you waving the white flag? Let me tell you, if it's anywhere between 0-17 and 3-14, and we hold a number 1 overall pick, Billionaires, Woody Johnson, they don't fail at what they do. Now you might say, well, look, AFC East is they're businessmen. When the product is to the point where it is so bad, they're going to make a change. Again, one might say, and I'm going to pass it on to you. When people say, oh, but he's still paying Salah. He's still paying Bowles. He's going to, if he fires Glenn, he's not paying them. You are. The New York Jets are paying them. This is how it works, folks. You go to the stadium, you pay for the ticket. The revenue that Woody gets, he puts it in a bank. In the bank, that money collects interest. That interest is how he pays the coaches. So it's a wash. If he has to get rid of Glenn at 0-17 or 2-15, he don't care.
Yeah.
He don't care. He got to go get somebody else. It's about results here, folks. Don't give me this whole, Joe Gibbs, a Hall of Famer. This is what Rich Cimini wrote today. A Hall of Famer. He started off 0-5, 0-4. Jimmy Johnson, he started off 1-15. Stop, please. Oh, my goodness. All I'm saying is this. Don't rule out the possibility of the Jets cleaning house. One more thing. The yelling. Oh, you suck. Not you suck. Yo, you got to get your head out your ass. Oh, this whole yelling stuff with the coach, I like it. I'm old.
I do too.
Oh, I love it. You too. I love it. These new school athletes, they will say, you know what? F you. You're not my dad. I'm making my money. And who are you to start yelling at me? Check out. Check out. Just like they did to Gerard Mayo. They check out. And if Woody Johnson sees that, gone. One more. How many games did Jeff Ulbrich win with the Jets last year?
2, 3?
I think probably 3. If Glenn can't even win 3 games, that an interim head coach can win 3 games, Aaron Glenn will not be the New York Jets head coach, guys. Get it in your head. It starts right now, this week. Do the inevitable. Win the game against the Cowboys. Win it. 1-4. Win the game. Next week takes care of itself. We go to London. Win that game against the Broncos. Change the narrative. Change our thinking. Change it.
I dare you.
We've been through this block before. Change our mindset, Aaron Glenn, by winning the damn game.
Well, don't forget, Aaron Glenn reached out to Tony Dungy today. So, so things are, we're really looking up here.
Can Woody Johnson reach out to Dungy and see if he can coach the Jets in 26?
I want to throw out something. I don't think is, we've been kind of talking about this for years at this point, it seems like. I don't want to say the only way that we're going to move on from Glenn, but I do think that and I'm blindly saying this, I don't know, but I feel like there's enough respect within the organization for Aaron Glenn that besides going 0-17, he's going to at least get 2 years. I don't know if he sees the entire year through next year, but the only way this year, or after this season, I am comfortable moving on from Glenn, and this is not really to defend Aaron Glenn. I know it sounds like I am. Unless there's like a dark horse somewhere, if we move on from Glenn, I'm bringing in Harbaugh from Baltimore, who appears to be a little bit on the hot seat.
Yes.
Or Tomlin.
Yes.
Or Tomlin.
Yes.
If we bring in, if we clean house and do this again, don't sell me on the first time prospect head coach. No. Give me the freaking established guy we've all been. Give me McCarthy.
Thank you.
I would take. I almost said JJ McCarthy. I will take Mike McCarthy in a heartbeat.
Amen to that.
It has to be a proven guy.
Yes.
Enough said. I don't care who it is. Well, I care who it is. I don't want Hackett, the proven guy.
No.
It has to be a legit winner. Please don't rule out Gruden. I would love Gruden here. As controversial as it is, I don't think he is a great head coach. I mean, it didn't end too well in, I guess, Oakland at the time. But, I mean, not many things do. But I guess the same could be said here.
I can't. I can't anymore. I can't with this. Number one, Woody ain't firing Saleh in season. That's not what he does. That's not what he does. He doesn't fire head coaches in season. What happened?
Yep.
Fired him in season. All I'm saying, and Vinny said this a very long time ago. That's why I want to give it to Vinny on this one. Woody Johnson needs a Leon Hess moment. And if it's 0-17, 1-16, 2-15, that's his moment. You guys have to understand, in 96, Hess had it. He didn't like paying coaches either. Joe Walton, Walt Harris, Bruce Coslett, Pete Carroll, Rich Kotite. Didn't. And then guess what happened? This narrative right here, this narrative, down the toilet. Down. He called out Bill Parcells. He had to do the trade, whatever, even with the whole Bill Belichick to get him off the Patriots staff. He did it. That's why I don't rule it out. These are, as much as people want to dog on Woody Johnson, these guys are billionaires. Bitcoin billionaires, they know how to maneuver the system. If he has to go out and get someone, because internally, it's not just us saying get someone that knows what the hell he's doing. Even at One Jets Drive, they're probably telling him. And again, do you have to clean out a clean house? Yeah. So what? It's the year 2025. Tell me, Liam, if the Jets would have canned Todd Bowles in year one, you know what the narrative would have been? Well, who wants to come here? You give the guy a 3-5 year deal, and all of a sudden you can him in year one, and then the Jets would have gotten Andy Reid and John Dorsey. It's 2025. You think you'd give a crap if they got rid of Bowles in 1 year? Tell me the truth.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. Like this Jets worldwide mindset of, oh no, Woody Johnson can't do that. Oh, he can't. No, no way. If Aaron Glenn 0-5, 0-5. That's disgusting. Oh, it's going to take some time. Hey, he needs his players. Hold on a second. Let me rant on this one. Aaron Glenn was hired in January, right? Or in February. Either one. Don't matter.
Early enough.
Somewhere right. Yeah, early enough. And then you had Mougey, who Aaron Glenn hired, because the Jets do things ass backwards. Aaron Glenn should have said to Mougey, before we extend Sauce Gardner, before we extend Garrett Wilson, I need my guys. Do everything that you can do. Call Detroit and see if you can get Anzalone in here. I need people. I need to change this thing right now. Guess what Rex Ryan did his first off season?
Yep. Yeah.
What do you do? Jim
Bart
Leonard, Bart Scott, all these tough guys. And then there was one more guy that he got from the Ravens. It was a defensive line. I forgot the guy's name. He was like a defensive end, but he showcased the team and the franchise. We're going to do things Rex's way. This is how it is. Oh, this guy freaking comes out with a punching glove today. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope I'm dead wrong in that. I hope that the season ends at 7-9 and this thing starts gelling. But Liam, Marquise Douglas, Vinny, freaking genius. But you know why I don't have hope right now?
Why is that?
Because the convict, 12 years to life, is still on the team. Michael Clemens, that guy, he's still on the team.
Yep,
still on the team because we don't have bodies. You can't find some Walmart security guard out there and take place.
I did notice that his playing time was a little reduced this week
because the ankle bracelet was too heavy.
Yeah. I mean, listen, here's the thing. I like Glenn. I want him to be the guy. I think you do too, right? Like, how cool would it be? One of our own is the one that's able to turn it around. And the fact that we were willing to admit that this year was a loss. This is probably going to be a gone year, when we were all willing to accept it. And him and Mougey are pounding the table saying, our goal is to win now. Our goal is to win now. We're not rebuilding, we're retooling. With who? You bring in Cisco, you bring in Stevens, and you pay him $27 million.
I thought so. Woody's dead. So Woody is dead. Then they buried him. The funeral was last week, and that's it. That's it. It's done, Ephraim. It's over. He's dead. It sucked, man. I wish when he was alive, he was able to get these. He's not dead. Leon Hess. Leon Johnson was a great kick returner. I wish he was returning kicks. Leon Hess was at his deathbed, and he realized he had the epiphany. He said, I'm tired of losing. Got to win games now. It's not over for him. It's not over. You know?
Yeah.
It just it's frustrating. It truly is. Wanted to just look at the schedule here. And here you go. And
By the way, Six Rings, we do see you back there. We're going to bring him on in a sec.
I want to look at this here. Okay, here we go. And you guys tell me. You guys tell me where the hell do you see the wins here? And this isn't to dog on the Jets. Sorry that I'm using that term like a lot today. But what have you seen from the 2025 New York Jets that you say, oh, you know what? Yeah, there's some positives. There's some positives. They're positive. We play against the Cowboys. Chat GBT or PT. Please, do the Jets have a shot in hell against the Cowboys?
We're gonna get into that in a little bit. I don't think so. I'm not gonna sit here and say that we are, but I do want to preview that a little bit.
We're gonna definitely preview. I'm gonna give you a fast forward preview on my end. They lose. Yeah. The Broncos. The Broncos.
We lose.
There's no way in hell. Like, no. Now this is the fun part. These next 3 games. These next 3 games are indicative to the point, could Aaron Glenn salvage his Jet head coaching career? These 3 games, from the outside, from the fan looking out to in to say, oh, you know what? The Jets might have a chance. Panthers won a game. Bengals are a playoff team.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, but they have coaching. The Bengals have coaching. The Browns have coaching. Maybe Shador plays. I don't know. But I don't know if the offensive lineman would hear him because he speaks in mime. But
what was up with that?
Now, imagine him as a Jet. Imagine him with all this 0-4 and him playing that card. That's where I give props to Mougey.
Was he actually not speaking?
Yeah.
Is that what that was?
Mm-hmm.
See, I thought it was like very poor audio. I was very confused because like nobody in the comments seemed to like ask that question. So I was like, maybe it's me.
No, definitely not you. But the thing is,
maybe that's better. Maybe Glenn should try that.
Glenn and the entire team. Now you have the next 4 games, right? You got 4 games before the bye, 4 games. Cowboys, Broncos, Panthers, Bengals, and the Browns. You tell me right now, here, October 2nd, if the Jets go into the bye 0-8, you're telling me with a straight face that the Jets ownership doesn't have Aaron Glenn on the hot seat? I don't believe there's a coach in the history of Woody Johnson's tenure that started 0-8. Am I wrong or am I? Because if I'm wrong, I apologize. I'm going to take this out. You might have to help me out with like putting us back on here because you see, like we disappeared. It's like a magic trick.
There we are.
Right. Well, yes, but he wasn't he wasn't coaching the Jets. I'm saying
that's true.
Adam Gase.
Yes, he was 0-13, but that was under Chris Johnson.
Oh my God.
In his first year, he was like 1-7. Well, I'm telling you, no matter what, Dan, he's getting the full season. Now, my question is, hold on. I have before I lose this train of thought here. Let's say we go on a bit of a run where we beat Carolina, Cincy, Cleveland. So now we're at
3-5.
We're at 3-5.
Okay.
Maybe you throw one more win somewhere in there. I don't have the whole. So let's say we finish 3 to 4 wins. Does that screw? So what's more important to you now? Getting a couple of wins or the first overall draft pick? And does that screw it?
To be honest, I got to be honest. And I know the chat is going to be like, yo, this guy's freaking bipolar. If getting the 4 wins changes the culture in that locker room, I'm all for it.
I am too.
4 to 5, perfect. Why? Josh Allen. The Bills had to trade up for him. I don't care about assets. Oh, you're going to trade assets. I couldn't care less.
We don't have assets. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
We
like,
have assets.
Well,
We
yeah,
have assets.
we have assets, but it's like players. I mean, like I guess we could trade a few, but it's like I'm the same way. I don't care about assets at all. You know,
Right. Dude, look, if the Bills had the number 1 overall draft pick in 18?
this is a good point.
But before I get to this, if the Buffalo Bills had the 2018 first overall pick, they would have not drafted Josh Allen. They would have drafted Sam Darnold. So it was a blessing in disguise that, what's that guy's name again? The coach of the Bills?
The current coach, McDermott.
Yeah, McDermott. It fell perfectly because he got his franchise quarterback. He had to trade up, but he had the culture right. That's what I want with Aaron Glenn. Some way, somehow, get the culture right.
If you remember, yes. But if you remember, Josh Allen was not this polished player. Coaching coached him up, evolved him. I mean, Brian Daboll is not a good head coach right now, but I mean, he played he helped. He helped get Josh Allen to where he is. So, but now we are kind of torn between this. The first overall pick does make it appealing for you're telling me like Harbaugh wouldn't be like licking his chops to come in with the first overall pick, or Tomlin, same thing. Mm-hmm. But I agree with you. I want Aaron Glenn to be the guy, and I think that getting those couple wins might just be enough to get the players. I don't know, to completely buy back in, but I think the wins. I always take the wins. A couple years ago when we played New England in Belichick's last game, I wanted that win. Last year when we played Miami at the last game of the season, I wanted that win. I choose wins. I watch football games to watch my favorite team win. First overall pick, second overall pick, third overall. It doesn't work for us. Not saying it can't work in the future, but our track record, I want the wins. I don't care if it's 1 win, 2 wins. I don't want to be one of those winless teams. I don't.
I'm torn with that one, because how I look at it is, if you have 6 games, 7 games remaining on your schedule, right? And you're way out of the playoffs, way out, right? And now you're winding down. The season is lost. Players are checking out. And we have that sole possession of the first overall pick. At that point, I root against the Jets because I look at the long term. Like, I want to see the wins coming now. Like right now, against the Cowboys, against the Panthers, the culture starts now. At the end of the season, when it's lost, again, we had an opportunity to draft Trevor Lawrence. Now, generational player, the guy is the only one from that draft class that's still on that team, because there's something special about him. There's talent to be groomed. But the Jets decided to beat the Rams on a meaningless game. Meaningless. Yep. The season was going great. Greg Williams knew what the assignment was when Carr threw that bomb to Henry Ruggs, that he took that ball all the way to jail. The way to jail. So
maybe Clemens can foul.
And Clemens opened the door and stalemate. Yeah. My whole thing is, it has to change right now. The whole culture. But how does the culture change? It changes with wins. Not when there's 3 games remaining in the season. Where was that passion before? Where was it? Now you're getting wins because the other teams already clinched the playoffs and they're putting their scrubs in, and you're just tallying up statistics. And then all of a sudden you get 3 meaningless wins for what? The next year, no one's going to play hard for this dude. Nobody. But that changes Sunday. Now, I'm going to play this freaking game again that I always allow myself to kind of fall into this vortex over and over and over. Jets win Sunday, 1-4. Jets win on against the Broncos, 2-4. Jets win against the Panthers, 3-4. The last game before the bye week, who are we playing? The Bengals. I'm sorry, the Bengals and then the Browns, whatever the case. The Bengals. I'm sorry. Bengals is right before.
What? Wilson? Wilson? We're trading Garrett Wilson?
No. That's not happening.
No.
That's not happening. No.
Sauce before Wilson any day.
Sauce before Wilson. Sauce before Wilson.
I just saw an ER and I said, oh, whoa. I don't know where this is going. I got to make sure I read that full comment.
No. Oh, an error. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean,
yeah, sorry to throw you off there.
No. Wins, man. Shoot, I completely lost my train of thought. You got me good on that one.
No, you just went through a couple games right before the bye.
Oh yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Great memory, dude.
I felt bad, but I just saw Garrett Wilson trade, and I said, "Well, I couldn't stay silent on that."
I'm losing it again. If we go into the bye week, 4-4,
we're back.
Yo, I'm freaking back.
Mm-hmm.
All this. I could eat crow. You could tell, yo, Dan, go eat shit. I will freaking go, bro. As long as there's MSG on it, I'm good. Put some soy sauce. I'm all right. I'm off the carnivore.
I'm allergic to MSG. Can't have it.
I'll be in it. Give me 4-4. And Glenn has the pulse of the New York Jets fans back. That means that the defense has re-geared themselves. The offense is clicking. And you said a statistic earlier in the show. Justin Fields has not thrown many picks, no picks at all. How can he throw picks if they don't allow the guy to throw? The guy was winging it. He was throwing lasers at the end of the game. Let the guy fly. Let him throw the ball, man. Go down swinging. Throw a bomb once in a while. Where's the screen? Liam, where's the screen?
Week 1.
One bomb. They got me really good. Oh.
Yeah, China That's King. Awesome. He knows what's up.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know if it's Tanner not allowing Justin to open it up, or if it's Justin Fields maybe scared, unsure, maybe a mixture of both. But see, here it's just so annoying because it's such. Right. It's like it's like death by a million paper cuts. It's a million little things because, say what you want about this team, they hang around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, if you're down 14 points or so in the fourth quarter, I don't really consider that garbage time. Correct. Garbage time is the touchdown that Jeremy Ruckert caught against Buffalo. That's garbage time.
Exactly.
The team, they're finding ways to hang around. It feels like don't we feel like we're right there? Do you get that feeling that we can get a win at any point? You could just point out specific things that cost us the game, like those penalties, that Garrett Wilson somehow pass interference. That was a touchdown.
It was a touchdown, man.
That's what I'm saying. So listen, we get that touchdown, and then we get that second one that we scored later on in the game. We win that game.
That's right.
Week 1, Xavier Gibson doesn't fumble. We might win that game. Garrett Wilson doesn't drop that ball. We have a chance.
Right. But
Tampa Bay, same thing. If the defense doesn't crap the bed with a minute left, we win that game.
Right. But all these ifs. Again, if the Queen...
I know. But I get it. But what I'm saying is, and call me crazy, this sounds like a really Homer green glasses take. I don't care. I don't think this team is as bad as we look. I don't think this team is as bad as our record looks. Yes, it's a million little things, but they're coachable things. We could work on penalties. Do we have the right guy to fix that? I don't know.
Right.
And right now, it doesn't look like we do.
No.
To be honest. But we're right there, dude. And Dallas scares me because their defense is abysmal, but their offense is not. And our defense is abysmal, and our offense is also kind of abysmal. Yeah, I'm crazy. I know I am. And I'm not trying to, I'm not saying go team go, but it does feel like any given time, the thing is just going to shift. And I'm not saying that we're going to go on this crazy winning streak, but we're like right here. And at one point, the Jets are just going to go like that. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I get that impression. I don't think it's going to be this Sunday. Just want to throw that out there. But Matthias is saying the defense should scare you. Dallas should. And they do. And I don't think we're going to win that game. But it feels like at any second, maybe we just pull one out. Am I crazy?
I don't think you're crazy. But like the saying says, if the queen had balls, she'd still be queen in New York.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I think you're onto something. These are it looks minimal. It looks minimal. But in my opinion, the way how this defense is so undisciplined, all these pre-snap penalties, it all accumulates, and that's coaching. How much more do you need to coach these players? What's next week? This week was the boxing club. Next week is what? Tasers?
Maybe like, golf clubs?
Yes, if you could dodge a wrench. It's like,
with your helmet off.
Point, is the team this stupid? Are these millionaires that conditioned from all the Salah years? So then I'm not going to blame Glenn. I'm going to blame Darren Mougey. Because if you looked at the roster, freaking bastard, man. Freaking GM that looks at the roster and says, all right, we're going to go one by one. Which one committed the most penalties last year under the last regime? At the top of the list, Michael Clemens. And you keep him on the team. Now, you're a complete senile individual then. How do you keep players like this on the team? Xavier Gibson. You have the other guy, Skinner. Not the principal from the Simpsons.
From the Simpsons,
yeah. Right. You had a guy making acrobatic catches in the preseason. You should have kept him. No. Gibson. He cost you game one. Then game two, you had Josh Allen, 3rd and 15. We freaking stopped him. And then the penalty machine gets him a late hit. And then the route was on.
Yep.
It's constant. To me, Mougey is as much culpable. See, I look at Aaron Glenn and I'm like, yo, man, this sucks. It's undisciplined. But the main root of this entire problem is the GM. If you really think about it, you start dissecting this. You give the head coach trash and you expect a 4 or 5 course meal. I mean, at the Michelin diner. Like, oh, wait, why am I not getting wins, Coach Glenn? That's you. That's on you, Mougey. Freaking, you put the head coach in a position to put Braylon Allen to field kicks. This guy, man, unbelievable. I can't. I can't. This is just ridiculous. Look, you could even see that they're not seeing eye to eye. Look at the helmets. Look what they're facing. They're looking at each other.
They're not even looking at the same camera.
Even Woody Johnson, he has a cigarette in his right hand. Like he's like, oh, it's gonna be a long one.
He looks like he's holding in a fart too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he always does.
Like you could tell he's like running to the bathroom after this.
Right, and the guy all the way to the far right is like his long lost brother.
He's still looking. He's just happy to be there. Yeah, he's just happy to still be here somehow. He's like, I don't know how I'm still here, but
Yeah, he's so happy. They're all happy. It's nice to have
Glenn.
money, huh?
I don't think Glenn and Mougey know what they're in for.
No idea at that moment in time.
It's like that meme. Never mind. I'll tell you off air. I'm not going. The girl on the couch.
Okay.
Maybe
we're definitely going to get canceled on this one.
Yeah, I'm like I said. It might be Afram's couch.
Maybe we're going to bring Afram on in a little bit, but I think we got to bring on 6 Rings because last week he was waiting like for a while, and then he left.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
He's not even a Jet fan.
He's not even a Jet fan, but he has more hope. He has more hope than any Jet fan.
It's either hope or he's just like really screwing with us.
Maybe with that 6 Rings. What's up, my man?
I'm good. Well, tonight I don't have hope.
Oh, thanks. So
Did
let me
you
ask you:
see
when
the
you have hope,
stats of
are
your
you
Jets?
screwing?
You guys
Yes,
are the fifth team to go 0-4 without a takeaway on the defensive end.
we're aware.
Yes, we
Your
cause
coach is
fumbles.
0-4. He rivals. You know the coach. What's their names? Lou and Adam Gase at
Lou Albano.
0-4. You are
Lou,
on pace next
Lou
week
Gase.
against the Cowboys to become the first team in NFL history to go 0-5 without
We're
a
look,
fumble or anything on the defensive end. Are you aware?
we're looking forward to it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got a lot of heat. I went to a Jets chat today. I said this. I got a lot of hate for that.
Well, that's
I
what
got called a
Wait,
happens.
hold on.
fake
You were on
fan.
another
I
Jets
got
chat?
called I don't know anything.
Wait, hold on. You were on another Jet channel, you said, or that a
No, on
Patriot
some
channel?
Jets shows. I just go and chat sometimes, and
Oh,
oh
the
man,
only
they
show
weren't very happy
you should
with
be
my
tuning into
comments.
is the Jets Afterburners. All right.
But it's all true. You guys are on pace
Yes.
Yeah.
against and you knowing the Jets. I think you guys might do it. You guys might make NFL history next week.
He's our cousin, Vinny. He's our cousin.
Yeah.
Why are you guys
Listen.
so mad when I say this? It's the truth.
No,
It-
whoa. Hold on a second. Who's mad?
Your chat.
They're only mad
What are you
because
gonna do?
hold on. They're only mad because you're a Patriot fan. If you put the Super Bowl III ring in your bio, they'd be agreeing with you. I'm telling
They're
you.
like, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like one of those things where like we're a dysfunctional family, but only we can talk about it. Like only I'm allowed to hate Dan, not you.
Right.
You know, it's like one of those weird things.
Okay.
Exactly, right here. China King. He said it.
That's good, yeah. I'm
You know
not
what I mean?
running. It's a fact.
It's a fact.
Aaron
It's a
Glenn
talk.
is secondary to Mike Vrabel. You didn't want Aaron Glenn. You guys want
No,
you
you're
wanted
right.
Mike Vrabel.
Yes, you're damn right. I did a
Yes, I
whole
did
video
too.
on that. That was
And you
that,
guys hired the defensive coach again
Yep.
with no actual coaching experience.
Who needs that?
Yeah, the
Charisma.
chat's not happy. I will tell you, the
Mhm.
chat is not happy.
If you said this, the chat would agree with you.
What's that?
What I'm saying.
All right, I'm going to repeat what you say. You tell me, but you got to give me some time. We have to do like what the translators do, but we're going to translate English into English. Go for it. Let me see what you're saying.
The Jets are 0-4.
Jets are 0-4.
Jets are 0-4.
Right.
And?
They have no takeover or no
No
fumble
takeaways,
on the
no
defensive
fumbles.
end. You are the fifth team
No
in 90
takeover.
years.
We're the fifth team in 9 years to go 0-4
90.
without a takeaway.
90 years.
90
years. Even oh, man, this Guinness Book of World Records
Next
is getting
week,
even better.
You're on
week?
pace to become the first NFL team at 0-5.
And then the best part about this statistic is when we up that level and become 0-6 with again no takeaways. This is the funny part. Six rings. The Jets do cause fumbles. We do cause them, but we don't bounce on them. We don't say, "Hey, that's mine." No, we give it.
I was
back.
watching the game a bit.
Yes,
on Monday, and it was right in front of you, and you guys didn't.
I know.
We're allergic.
It's ugly, man.
Yeah.
And the last
I
thing,
know.
Aaron Glenn rivals Lou and Adam Gase
Lou Gase
as the worst start in Jets history.
Oh, yes. Let me get to that. Hold 1 second. I think I got to talk to Vinny with this one.
Where's Kotite? Where does Kotite fall in this? What was his first one? Do you remember?
No, he won like early, like 3 of 13, won in, I think it was like probably 9th game or something like that. He got it. But the 0-13 with Adam Gase, that was his second year or his first year?
That was his second year. I remember that was 2020.
That's my argument. That's exactly my argument. Woody Johnson has not had a first-time head coach start 0-8 or 0-10. They didn't. Now the chat might be like, come on, man. The Jets are going to win a game. Where on the schedule do you have the balls to say the Jets? Yeah, let's jot this one down. They're just going to win against Carolina.
Maybe Cleveland,
well,
New Orleans.
Why? All right. Why? What gives you this contrite spirit to say, yes, the Jets might win against the Browns? Why? I want to know why.
Well, they don't know what they're doing with their whole quarterback situation. I mean, you might see Sanders by that game.
Did you remember what Baker did to us? Baker, what he did to us in his rookie year? Yeah, this guy will look like Dan Marino and Randall Cunningham combined against us.
He was with you guys for a little bit, Baker Mayfield, right?
No, I wish.
No, he wasn't.
Wi-
Okay,
no,
wrong.
no, that was Luke Falk.
Oh, sorry.
That was Tim Boyle.
Trevor's Seaman.
Oh, I was wrong. My bad.
Brett
But you
Rippon.
had
You
Sam
know,
Darnold
Brett
looks
Ripien
pretty
was a
good.
quarterback and he's never played. Why
Never played.
couldn't we get Brett Ripien in for a game? Why not? You know, we went with Tim Boyle over Brett Ripien.
What about Cliff Kingsbury?
You guys had
Yeah.
Zach Wilson. You had
Great
We
quarterback.
did.
Great play.
Sam Darnold.
Brady Quinn.
Brady. Yep.
Brady Quinn, medicine man. Mhm.
So my question is okay. And lastly, Sauce Gardner, how's he doing? How's he
Sucks.
been this
He
year?
sucks. Underperforming. Underperforming, Jets Nation. Underperforming.
You
That's
paid
the
him
guy.
a lot of money.
Lot of money, Jets Nation. Lot of money.
He's living
Quinnen
real
Williams.
comfortable.
Lot of money.
You're wasting Garrett Williams. Man.
Quinnen's
If
been
you put
okay.
him, you're wasting Garrett Williams, man.
Gary Williams.
Garrett
We are
Wilson,
wasting
sorry.
Garrett Williams, yes. Gary
Wilson, sorry,
Williams.
Wilson.
He might be better.
But
Six
I
rings.
Okay.
Listen,
We're
buddy,
just
we
laughing.
love you, man. We love you. You be safe, all right?
Okay.
You keep winning, dude.
Have a
You
good
better
one.
kick our ass in 3 weeks later.
Okay.
All right. With that being
Gary
said,
Williams.
we're
Hold
gonna
on,
bring
I'm excited about Gary Williams and Lou Gase.
Gary Williams. He's I think he's still playing high school. He's on pace for the Jets selecting him in the supplemental draft.
Well, his head coach is Lou Gase.
Lou Gase. That's right. Now we got to bring up Afram. He's gonna tell us that we got to be patient. We're pulling the trigger way too
There's
fast.
some hate there. We got to get Johnny and Six
We gotta
Rings
get-
on together at one point.
I want to talk to Afram. Afram, buenos dias.
Buenos
señor.
dias.
Buenos dias. Buenas noches, señor.
¿Cómo
I
está?
got it.
Oh, muy bien. Muy bien. Muy bien. Oh, no. He is the
I-
voiceover now. He is the
Where is he?
voiceover. You can
How'd
narrate.
that happen?
There you go.
Where is
No.
he?
You don't have to
This
narrate.
is
We need him. We need him here.
this was done purposely. Oh, there you go.
There we go. There you go. All right. Good.
This is
Perfect.
okay.
It keeps getting better and better. Who needs?
I only called you crazy because you said call me crazy, so I called
Yes.
you crazy.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was just being respectful of them.
Can we do one of these? Let's see here.
That's it.
There we go. There we go. There
I don't
we
like
go.
this. I don't know.
You don't
how
like
I,
it?
I feel,
That's
I
my three
feel-
sons. Remember, my
I feel like I can't see Afram's couch. You know, it's like.
yeah, I'm over there.
Oh,
You
wait,
see?
wait, hold on.
Oh, I
There
thought
you
you were
go.
gonna rip
Happy?
one.
Oh, man.
Hold on a second. How do you do this? How do you?
Don't worry about it.
I'm
worry
full
about it.
screen.
There you go. That's good. Leave that one. What do you got there, Dan? What is that over there?
Bitcoin.
There you go.
Liam, you know how to do it.
No, I don't.
Okay, let's do this. Let's just leave it
That's
there.
better.
All right.
Okay, so, well, oh my God, Johnny boy, he can't stand the guy. He can't stand him.
Wait,
So-
Johnny's coming on.
Johnny
don't
should
know.
come on. I
Come
feel
on,
like
Johnny.
there's some contention here, and I need it. I need
I don't have
to-
contention.
Not you,
They're not
I'm just
playing
saying.
well. They're not
They're
playing
not.
well at all.
Six Rings is never calling it again, is he?
Sure, he will.
Look here. Look at this. Look at this here. No, not
Press
that.
control alt.
This guy. Here we go. Thoughts on Jackson Dart?
I have no thoughts. It's not my team. I couldn't care less.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, honestly, with your perspective being as objective as possible, you look at the product on Monday night.
It's horrible.
Do you look at it as same old Jets, or you know what? I still got to give this guy a chance, or have you watched enough saying this is a rerun?
I'm seeing guys underachieving.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's causing that? They look confused. Basically confused behind the defensive line. The defensive line seems to be somewhat better and consistent, but after that, you know, I'm not seeing much. That they seem lost. Is it Wilkes? I don't know. I you know, you would think that Glenn would take over at some point, but it's too early to tell. Maybe, he doesn't want to step on toes. But I also, why are you throwing the ball later in the game and he's hitting people? The only thing is he holds onto the ball longer than other quarterbacks. So maybe they don't have a trust in him. I don't know. But what the hell? What do you got to lose?
What do you got
to me, you throw the first play, you throw a deep bomb, and you're done. And just put in the back of their minds that we're not afraid to throw it down the field.
Right.
Show some, show some
guts.
Yeah,
guts.
Show some,
cojones.
Don't. Yeah, he's not strictly running. You can't run constantly unless you have some sort of passing game, because they are just going to put everybody in the box. The more you do, they should roll him out more. He seems to do much better when he rolls out instead of pocket passing.
But why do we see that and they can't? That's what I don't understand. Where is the screens?
It's the stubbornness of they want us to play a certain way, and they're not shying away from it. But teams are picking it up. They're doing the same shit.
Stuff.
You don't have the personnel right now to do what you want to do. Yes, Johnny, they should throw a ball down, but they're not. Why? I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Doesn't it feel like any week now the switch can get flipped? Like, doesn't it feel like we're right there though?
We said that last year with the previous 2 years. They seem stubborn. They seem to want to stick to a pattern, and they think it's going to click.
Well, I'm just saying.
Sometimes it doesn't click, and sometimes I personally think you become a better coach if you know how to change things up.
Well, I've never seen Sawa come out with boxing gloves, so
I just think and to your point with Mougey, trust me, he's not making those moves without Aaron Glenn confirming them.
So then Glenn is to blame. Then Glenn is to blame.
Yeah,
Glenn,
I'm going to give that. Yeah, because he ain't doing that by himself without his talking to him first and say, hey, what do you think of this guy? And if he says, yeah, bring him in. Yeah, work on the guys on the field before you start doing reclamation projects with guys that you think that are going to succeed.
We've been saying this.
Yeah, the fact that you don't get even a half legitimate number 2 receiver.
That's true.
Okay. It's hard because of the team. A lot of guys that are experienced are going to look for a more playoff bound team. So it's hard to bring the guy in, but you at least try.
Right.
All right. At least try. Pay a little extra. You paid extra for some of these other guys. So try to pay a little. Just give it a chance. Don't wait the last minute. And I only say last minute because we only hear it the last minute, so we don't know what's actually happening. But
let me ask, because we were talking about it, debating it earlier in the show. Would you rather have the first overall pick, or would you rather the Jets fight and claw, get to 5 wins, and change the culture in that locker room?
Well, let's put it this way: I believe they're going to keep this guy at least a year. So do you trust this guy and his staff to handle the number 1 pick?
Let me answer that one, because Liam said something earlier. He said, all right, if they don't can him this year, again, we don't want that. We want the guy to succeed. Let me preface that, because people are like, oh, you're such an Aaron Glenn hater. I'm not, man. Shit, I jumped up and down when we drafted him in 94 over Charles Johnson, the wide receiver from Colorado.
My other uncle.
Another uncle. My whole thing is, last year, Saleh got canned in season, in which really Woody had to pull the plug in 2023, but he didn't. He waited until 2024. That set us back now with the whole Ulbrich thing. If we go, again, anywhere between 0-17 and 2-15, I don't see how you bring someone like that back, especially if you get to that point where the culture has not changed. It's the same solid stench.
Okay.
Everyone's not buying in. They checked out.
Okay. Oh,
If he loses the locker room, if he loses, and there's legitimate reason, and and Woody Johnson goes there and says, there's no way back here because the screaming or the tactics, the boxing, whatever the case is. How do you go back into 2026 and say, you know what? I'm going to give you another shot. Go for it, Ephraim.
I don't think he lets go of the guy.
Even
Just-
at
he doesn't-
0-17.
17. He's not.
Wow.
Remember, he went through all of this trouble to pick the guys, and then all of a sudden, you went through 10,000 interviews, all these guys that you had to assist you to pick, and if he lets him go, who's he getting? Who's coming here?
The only way I'd let him go is for
Who's
Harbaugh
coming here?
Wait,
or
What?
Tomlin.
Ephraim
Or McCarthy.
brings up a great question. Ephraim brings up, look, it's October 2nd.
Yeah.
We can't answer that question.
Right.
We can't answer that because we have no idea who's out there. We're looking at it
How
at the
many
point.
times we had guys out there, and we didn't bring him in. McCarthy wanted to come that year with Gase before, and
Yep.
they didn't.
We all make mistakes. We all have to
We
learn.
make the mistake every year. He doesn't want to pay for the experienced coach.
And neither
I'm
did Leon
telling you.
Hess. Leon Hess didn't want
Yeah,
to do
it's a
that.
totally
either.
different time.
It's the
totally
same
different thing.
thing, same parallel. Ephraim.
It's not same parallel. It's
Yes.
two different individuals.
That even two different individuals can go the same route on the same endpoint. They have to have a self-reflection and say, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to go and throw the entire brink truck at Bill Parcells. And that's exactly what he did. That's what I'm saying. If the guy goes 0-17, he's going to admit his mistake and say, you know what? Screw this. Let's see if there's a better viable option out there. Look at Kraft. Kraft did that in 1 year, and he caught some nasty heat, a lot, very nasty. But he did what he needed to do. Our Patriots fans bitching and whining right now that they got Vrabel, that they're playing Patriots brand football that we all know for the past 20 years. That's what I'm saying. I think we
wait
can't.
and see. We wait and see for that too.
We have to.
We
I
have
get
to
it.
wait and see. And he got rid of Gerard Mayo because he was waiting
For Vrabel.
for
I
Vrabel.
agree. I
Vrabel
think
was no going anywhere. He that was where he wanted to go back. So
if he
we were
wasn't
never going to
available, do
get
you
him.
think that they were going to
Get
keep
that
Mayo?
out of your mind. We were never going to get him. He scooted there like no. The problem is, I would like Gruden, but the
Mhm.
problem is all these owners go with Goodell because he brings them tons of money,
Mhm.
and they're not going to go against him. Okay,
I'd like
got rid of
Brady to
him,
go
and they're
next.
not. Then there are other teams in this league that could have brought him in. They didn't. He's not coming back. I
Oh.
just don't. I don't see it. They had many opportunities to bring a guy like that in, and they didn't bring him in. He's
Oh.
basically, in my opinion, he's been blacklisted, and that's what's happening.
He's kind of like Kaepernick.
Yeah, basically.
Right. It's
And
true.
it's sad, and it's wrong because I don't know how egregious it was that the guy doesn't even get a second chance,
Right.
right? But they're not going to do it.
Yep.
Well, you bring up a good point. Ephraim, listen, man, thank you so much for calling in. We'll
No
see you
worries.
next week.
Ephraim, are we winning on Sunday?
I don't think so.
Great.
Based on what I'm seeing, I don't see so. I don't see
Of
it.
course.
Unless all that screaming in that locker room gets these guys awake. I don't see it a turnaround that quickly. They put up a lot of points. Dallas can put up points left and right. All right.
I agree. Yeah.
If you're going to take a penalty, knock out the quarterback. Then take the
That's a good
15
deal.
and knock out the quarterback.
I'm with you. True. But the backup
Yeah.
is probably another Roger Staubach,
Don't make it in. Then take another 15.
Troy Aikman.
Johnny wants Ephraim to stay on.
All right.
Well, Johnny gets what he
There
wants.
we go. Yeah, why not?
Hello,
Damn,
Johnny.
Afro. What's going on, guys?
What's up, Johnny boy? What's going on?
So, Are we saying that we are ready to give up completely on Aaron Glenn and then restart the whole process
I love this.
all over again?
I love this. 0-8, 0-10, 0-14.
We could go 0-17, and I would still want Aaron Glenn to be here.
Can't do it. Can't even fathom that. A loser program.
I mean,
0-17.
It's been a losing program for how long already?
So let's change it up.
But you can if you continue to keep switching it up with the whole entire coordinators and head coach. So let's just say Fields does stay with us next year. How many
he's
coordinators is he going to have again? Because he's on the contract until next year as well, right? And it's not guaranteed that we're going to get a quarterback. Do you guys truly believe that we get a rookie quarterback within this actual media, which is the New York market itself?
Mm-hmm.
We will have that. I mean,
Yes.
Wait till Jackson Dart starts to mess up, and they're going to start destroying the kid. Watch.
Eli Manning went through it. He won 2 Super Bowls.
What's interesting is was talking about this previously early in the year. What a great quarterback draft this is going to be. Yep. And now lately I'm hearing this guy isn't good. This guy's not worth happening. This guy's not that good.
Yes.
And I don't want this guy. I don't want this guy.
Yep.
Now this kid Mendoza's in the mix. And, he's typical 6'5", 220, 25 quarterback who can sling the ball. Everything changes. Now all of a sudden it's not a tremendous quarterback.
Let me piggyback off of that one.
Draft.
Josh Allen, when he came out of Wyoming, the year before he declared for the draft, right? He had a stellar season. Great. His last season at Wyoming was one of the worst ones that he had. One of the worst ones. He was supposed to be a top pick. He fell.
Yeah.
That's a chance I'm willing to take. So to answer Johnny Boy's question, let's say we revamp. We're at 0-17, 2-15, 3-14. And we finally get a head coach that knows what the hell he's doing, hopefully. And you give him the reins of a full rebuild at his choice of a quarterback. Number one, you'll tell right away if they have a plan for this young man, not like how they did to Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, they did dirty to him. Yes, the guy sucks. They did nasty garbage to him. They didn't groom him. They didn't. The guy that they actually groomed well, and I liked it, was Darnold. At least they had Josh McCown there. They should have kept him in year 2, but as the Jets way, bad things happen.
I'm going to disagree with you.
Okay.
Because he had nothing between the ears. Mike LaFleur brought in Mike White. All of a sudden, he's flinging the ball with no problem. Johnson came in also flinging the ball with no problem.
Right.
They understood the offense. Mm-hmm. How come he didn't understand the offense?
Very simple. I'll say it. Okay. Because when you throw someone who's completely raw out there, out to the wolves, and you have a head coach that's clueless and says, you know what, this guy, beautiful throw in this pro day, we're going to have him sit out. Case in point, Lamar Jackson. You guys really think Lamar Jackson year 1 as a rookie, he was going to flourish? No, he was going to falter. Same thing with Pat Mahomes. Year 1, they had him sit down and learn from a guy like Alex Smith. You have plans in place if the guy is too raw. That's why the Giants, being the Giants who they are, and as much as we want to crap on them, and I hate that. I hate the Giants, but they do things the right way. The way how they brought in Jackson Dart, that's how you do it. You grab 2 veteran quarterbacks, Winston and Russell Wilson, and you teach a young guy the ropes. Now it's going to be on Jackson Dart if he could put it all together, but at least you kind of provided a way for the guy to learn. The Jets don't do that. Now, with that being said,
3 games, they provided that help.
Yes.
It could have been longer, though.
It could have been longer, but it's fine.
No, I'm saying they brought him in because the other guy couldn't do it.
So are you guys completely out on Justin Fields? Like, you guys don't think there's nothing there that is the potential for us to continue? Because what I see is still an unknown.
I'm not out on him.
How many games has he played? What are his current stats that he has? it's not his fault that the running game is working, and they want to continue with the running game itself. They're not utilizing tight ends as they should be.
Well, Mason Taylor is looking like he's starting to pop off.
But they started using
him
in the second half of the game because they were like, "Oh, guess what? We have tight ends that are there." He's not able to get it to the wide receivers because there's no separation.
Right.
You got one wide receiver, which is Garrett Wilson, and the guy's getting double teamed.
And still finding a way to get
that's
open.
That's why I agree with Afram when he says about give a go ball to Arian Smith, put some fear into them. But at what point is that the player or is that the coach? The mistakes that we're doing right now, is that on the coaches or is that on the players? Is it the coaches who are fumbling the ball? Is it the coaches that are making the illegal shifts? You know, the offensive line itself, you have a different quarterback back there that's not as mobile as Justin Fields. There's a lot more sacks that we are not really talking about right now.
You bring up a good point.
But that's what I'm saying, like with Luca's question. That's what I mean. At what point is it who, right? He inherited a whole bunch of these guys that he's trying to work something with. Tony Adams is a professional NFL player that cannot tackle.
Horrible.
Okay.
Yep.
You got guys that are not communicating right now between the linebackers and the secondary itself. Why are two guys running into the flat and leaving the middle completely wide open right now when it's supposed to be one individual doing that? I'm just not ready to give up on Aaron Glenn, even if we go 0-17, because I do not want to redo it all over again where it's not a guarantee that we would get a Gruden. It's not a guarantee that we would get a Mike McCarthy. It's not. Keep naming the coaches that are out there and say, do you believe that they would want to coach the New York Jets knowing how bad they've been for so long?
Let me ask you a question.
Well, I'm just saying, if they were to become available and they did show interest, sorry, Dan, if they were to show interest, that's the only way I think I'd consider moving on from Glenn.
Yeah, but hold on. Money talks, man. Like I hear this narrative of who would want to come to the Jets? Who would want to come to the Jets? Anyone offering you buku bucks will make you think. Then the ultimate decision is yours. Now, again, if someone calls you, Johnny, and says, listen, we got a job for you at Guantanamo Bay, and we're going to be paying you $50 million a year. You're shaking your head, Armand. I'm asking Johnny Boy. Okay. If they tell you we're going to pay you $50 million a year for 5 years, you wouldn't go to Guantanamo Bay?
Is that in Cuban pesos?
No,
or
American money.
US dollars.
US dollars.
Yeah, because the taxes over there are nothing, and it would make sense for me to make more money over there. Okay. But the matter of the fact is you're going to be getting paid from either New York or Jersey, where they are the highest taxes there, where there's a possibility that could go to one of these other teams where the taxes are not as high. And I probably would have a lot more control of the team, because if we're being honest with it, right, how much meddling does Woody Johnson have? We continue to keep saying it. So do I want to put myself in a situation like that? I don't know.
Go ahead, Armand. Go ahead.
Hi, Dan. Hi, everybody.
Luca.
And here's the thing. If he fires Glenn after one season at 0-17, what experienced head coach is going to trust Woody to stay out of the way?
Money does.
And what happens if
Bingo.
Let's say, and Dan, you said full rebuild. So you ready to bring in that experienced head coach where he's traded away Quinnen Williams, Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, because that's what a full rebuild is. And let's say he goes 1-16, or his job's going to be on the line too, because everybody's going to think, well, you fired Glenn after one season of 0-17, and he's going to have that same thing. So
yeah, and the Jets wouldn't be hold on. The Jets wouldn't be the first one to do this. The Jets wouldn't be the first team in NFL history to fire a head coach after one season and then hire another coach that led them to stardom. Like, the Jets wouldn't be the first one. I get it. We look at things very skewed as Jet fans, like, oh no, nobody would come
Luca's
here.
giving the
Nobody
hand
would come here.
signals. Luca's giving the
Luca,
hand
go
signals.
for it.
So.
But Luca, before you go there, hello, Armand. Hello, Luca. I am gonna hop off. I got somewhere to be in a couple minutes, actually, but you guys could go as
The
long as
strip
you
bar
want.
stays open till what? 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning in Long Island?
No, he works at the strip club.
Yeah,
Oh,
I gotta get there.
He's about to pop out of a cake soon.
But I just wanted to say,
I want my share of the money. I want my 5%, Liam.
The last day or two, we actually just cracked over 2,000 subs. So wanted to thank all you guys for that before I hop off. We're at 2026, which is gonna be a great year for the Jets. I'm telling you. But with that being said, I'm gonna hop off.
Why are we on now?
I don't know.
We're just trying to rack up more subs.
Yeah, at this point. But yeah, we got some backup co-hosts in the chat right now, or on the screen actually. So
yes,
I'm gonna hand it over to you fellas. Thank you guys very much. I'll be back in the next couple of days.
Be a lot of bring a lot of signals with you.
I will. All right, later, fellas.
Thank you.
Leather condoms, bro.
Yes.
Luca, you had your hand up. Oh, I thought that was your hand.
Yeah, it was mine. So I heard both your perspectives, whether it's Johnny and Armand talking about, would another experienced coach want to come here? And Dan, you guys are talking the possibility, not that it's going to happen or will it happen, I don't know, of a 1-16 and 0-17 season. I'll say this, it would absolutely be unacceptable. It would be, in my opinion, grounds for firing. There's we talk about the talent on this team and we talk about, this team turned around in a year. This team turned around in 2 years. If it's that bad, you would have to consider firing the coach. And I completely get it. Woody is not somebody who I want in charge of hirings or firings, but that once, in that scenario, in my personal opinion, I mean, you would have, in my opinion, I'm sorry I'm stumbling here, but Rick Spielman, in my opinion, would be I'm not going to say the ideal hire, but the one guy in your organization say, hey, you're the president of football operations, but the president of this team is a lawyer, not a football guy. That would be a Jaime. So I get you.
Spielman would have to be talking to Jaime and Woody.
Exactly.
Saying, hey, this ain't working out. I don't see any improvement and this and that. What do you want to do?
But Luca, to your point, right? And I think I am somebody that is very guilty of this, that I wear the Jets green glasses on a constant. And I think that I overvalued a lot of these players that we already had on this team. Okay.
We all did.
Because, we go into the 0-0 in the beginning of the season, and it's the hope that this team will finally one day be able to essentially turn it around, right? Because I always think of it takes those guys that weren't given chances at other places. They come from the smaller schools to come to the Jets, aka your Wayne Corbett, right? Like guys like that made this team such a huge staple of my fandom as a sports fanatic that I am, that I feel like they're going to be able to do it. But the matter of the fact is that they're not. You got a guy in Gibson that should have never been here and all that, and should have. But then I answered. But then it goes, right? But did we really trust a Pritchett? Did we really trust an Edwards and all that? I don't know. For me, I want to see Aaron Glenn have his guys completely there. All these young rookies that should be in that position. And if they crap the bed and whatever, they're young and they're going to keep continuing to do that. You see with Malachi Moore, there's some glimmer in that kid itself.
There's fire in his
exactly. They don't have that mentality that I think has hindered them as people that come from the Salah regime where they were coddled for so long, right? That if they made a bad mistake, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. You'll get on to the next one. I think a lot of the stuff is just kind of what Dan was saying a little bit earlier. A lot of these players are like, you know what? I've made my money. I don't give a crap what you got to say or what you're going to do to me or whatever. I'll just ask for a trade and all that. So for me, for me, like, I just can't give up on Aaron Glenn. When I see a coach that's wearing a boxing glove, trying to do everything and anything that he can do to make this team better, because we did not see that with Salah. When did you ever see Salah doing something like that? Okay, yes, he's maybe a really good defensive coordinator because of what he's doing over there in San Fran, but he was not a good head coach.
Right. Oh,
You know
that's
what I
okay.
mean? So, like, I don't
It's
know.
fair, Johnny boy. It is fair what you're bringing up, right? And I don't think any of us are giving up on Aaron Glenn. We're just looking at the projection. It's something
Correct.
that we've seen for such a long period of time, whether it's with Bowles. Like, man, we really kept Bowles for quite a long time. We could have maybe gone for the fences, maybe gotten someone else, just lose ties. Gase, same thing. After year one, it was evident. We have to just sever it. We don't need to give Adam Gase that second year. Then with Salah, we really didn't have to give him that fourth year, but we did. Now we see Aaron Glenn, and right now the trajectory is 0-5. All right, we're looking at Sunday. There's no Jet fan, unless you're just, screw with whatever I saw these past 4 weeks. The Jets are going to win on Sunday. And the crazy part about what I just said, that's me. And I'm sure that's all of you guys. Right now, they're going to lose on Sunday. The moment it's 1:00 on Sunday, we're winning that game. We're winning because we're all fans of the team. We want Aaron Glenn to succeed. But when now we see 0-5, and then when we play against the Carolina Panthers, I think that's going to be very indicative on how Woody Johnson's going to move forward. When you play against a crappy team, Armand, I'm gonna silence you for a little bit because I hear the background noises. When you have a garbage team, and who are we to say garbage team, right? But it is. The Carolina Panthers, they're really, really bad. We lose against them, and we're 0-6. I don't think it really matters if we are opting out of Aaron Glenn. I think there's a little seed that starts being planted in Woody Johnson's head, saying, hold on a second. Are we really that bad? And maybe it's him that's going to be asking himself this question, just like you guys are, especially Johnny boy, you brought it up. Is it the coaches? Is it the players? What the hell is going on? Is this bad? But Ulbrich had this, and he won 2 more games than Aaron Glenn, or 3 more games, whatever the case is. And God forbid it gets to 0-8 before the bye, then things start really getting serious. That's why I hear what you're saying, Johnny boy. I get it. Like, if the Jets go 0-17, you still want to give them a second chance. But keep this in mind. I'm about to say it's October 7th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 2nd. Right now, we're thinking 0-17. But if we get to that point, I want to have this conversation again. Because if we ever get to that point of 0-17, that means something diabolical happened to this locker room and this culture to have that stench there, that I don't think Woody Johnson's going to just say, you know what, sign the contract. I got to give him next year. Let's not forget what he did to Mangini in 2008. Mangini had a plan to continue on with Pennington, possibly going with Kellen Clemens. Then Woody stepped in and said, we're going to go with Brett Favre. If it doesn't work out, we'll move on. We'll repivot to your original plan, Eric. It didn't work out, and he fired him. That's why Woody can go either way here. As much as we want to say, nah, he's not going to fire him, this and that, it can go in so many different directions if this team goes anywhere between 0-17 and 2-15. I really hope it doesn't even get to that point. But Luca, do you have any insight on that? If the Jets are that bad, which I hope they won't be.
Well, let me say this for the whole, and I get Johnny's point. I wish I was you, Johnny boy, to have that kind of hope, but I don't anymore. I know I'm a young fan, and it'll seem like the Jets have aged me so many years. No offense to Dan and Afram, but like, it feels like when you're a Jet fan and you're like at a young age and you've seen all I've seen, it's like you aged 30, 40, 50 years, but I don't mean offense by that. I swear I don't.
No, I'm only
you look
18.
like you're 25. You look like you've aged to 25.
But that's not the point. I know what Johnny Boy's saying about Aaron Glenn. As I said, I wish I was that fan, but it has to be about results, right? You know, Aaron Glenn could do all this punching stuff with the ball security. That's fine. He could talk. And my biggest issue with Glenn was he was talking down to the media. He was talking big. He was talking about how this team was going to be competitive. And right now they're 0-4. They should not be 0-4. They don't have it's not like this is some and I'm not saying this is a great roster. It's not. It has flaws all around that weren't because of Aaron Glenn and Darren Mougey. There are flaws within this roster, like the defensive line. That was partly due to the previous regime, right? Like wide receiver. Jets can never draft a wide receiver in the mid-rounds, ever. Elijah Moore failed. Denzel Mims failed. Malachi Corley failed. But, you know, there are some areas where these talent evals, I call them talent evaluations from Mougey and Glenn are not good. Cisco, and you talked about Gibson, Johnny Boy, but they had a chance to cut him either in the offseason and coulda, woulda, shoulda. They had a chance to cut him in the offseason. They had a chance to cut him in the preseason. They had a chance to cut him in the regular season. I get it. I totally get your point saying, hey, Pritchett might actually not be that good. But, you know, the fans saw it in training camp and say, hey, look, this dude has potential. If Pritchett sucks, Pritchett sucks. But we'd rather see a young kid that is a rookie that is trying to make his way into the league and make mistakes and try to learn from them with coaching than some guy who's been 3 years making the same mistakes and getting nothing for it. Like I'll say it, the cut for Xavier Gibson was reactionary, completely reactionary. Michael Clemens still being on this team is not great. But once again, McMahon fell into the dugout. Besides, the entire thing for us is about results, right? We've been watching for 14 years. The last 14 years, it's been garbage for the most part. Mm-hmm. It's not Aaron Glenn's fault that the past 14 years have been bad. I'm not going to sit here and crucify him for that or Darren Mougey. There's been many mistakes by the past regimes. But you know what? Jets fans know a bad coach when they see one. They knew a bad GM when they see one. So and I'm not saying like all Jets fans are experts, so on and so forth. I could understand it's only 4 games attitude. I could understand that. I could also understand the attitude of like, I'm tired of watching losing football where you're seeing teams turn it around with comparable talent like the Jaguars. They're 3-1. We're 0-4. We should have 1 to 2 wins. But the little things, yes, the fumbles, the turnovers, all that. Yeah, that's on the players, but also the penalties. That's on coaching. So Aaron Glenn can talk about his words and all these different things, but at the end of the day, it's about results. That's all we want. And people, and not you, Johnny Boy, but people out there were like saying, and these are like the real Glenn optimists. They're like, oh, we're going to win 7 games this year. You know, this, that, and the third. And then they suddenly, it's like they're moving the goalposts and saying, we don't have that much talent. But you were saying 7 wins. Not you, Johnny Boy. I'm just saying some other people. But it's like, stay on one. I want results. That is it. I don't want Glenn to fail. I don't want Mougey to fail. It's about results.
And I think he's relying too much on guys with more experience than putting these rookies in.
Exactly.
Because I think he wants to get something, at least gets some winning in there to show them, hey, this system's going to work. But it's not. These guys are underachieving and they don't know what they're doing out there. And eventually he's going to have to come to the realization, all right, let me start putting some of these young guys in and see what they can do. That's why Tony Adams was there as a starter. We always thought Malachi Moore should have been in there.
Yes.
Because he looked better. But he went more with experience. And I think Wild Wave makes a really good point. The players that are there don't fit what they want to do. But I think they made the mistake of thinking that they can get them to do what they want to do, and it's not working out yet.
So
either they adjust their scheme or just basically put some of these rookies in who will listen.
But isn't this the game to do it? You're at 0-4. Start Malachi Moore. Start Azir Thomas.
I don't disagree with you, but
because not for nothing. Look, as much as we want Glenn to succeed, what a bonehead move to put Braylon Allen at kick returns. Stop.
That was stupid.
Stupid.
No reason. You don't need. You have other guys there.
What are you doing? Why? So you could get his confidence back after he fumbled the ball? Now he's out for the season. Again, like I started out the show, we we don't have that much firepower on offense. And yet you got this guy returning kicks. It's like when the Giants put Jason Sehorn back there. It was so idiotic. I think these are the things that may accumulate at the end of the season to say, as a head coach, you should see this coming from a mile away. Now we bring in 2 guys today, one in the practice squad and one that's probably going to start returning kicks. But this should have been done last week. I don't know, man. Again, hopefully we can right the ship. Hopefully the defense kind of shows some sort of life against Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb and all these guys, because the Cowboys are strong, man.
Hey, Dan. So I wanted to ask you and everybody here, right? And we've been saying it. So you guys truly believe that we have not been competitive in the games? Because we want it, like we keep saying that we just want to be competitive into this game, into a lot of these games. Other than the Bills game, you don't think that we've been there in these other games? The Dolphins game that we just had, the Bucs game, and the Pittsburgh game. Do we truly believe that those teams were that superior than us, that there was no way in hell we were going to win?
I'll start. The only game that I could see that the Jets were neck and neck, blow for blow, was the Steelers game. The Tampa Bay game, they were wiping the floor with us until the end of the game. A freaking lucky hop over block field goal. And then at the end of the game, instead of Glenn placing McDonald over the center to repeat what just happened to bring him back into the game, he put him all the way to the left part of the special teams. Bonehead. That's one.
But then he did that. He started off in the center, and then Will McDonald moved himself to the edge, and he almost came that close to blocking it all over again. I promise you, then watch that play again itself, and you'll see Will McDonald starts right in the middle, right all over again. Then he moves to the left and almost blocks it.
If that was his choice to do something like that, and he should have lined up in the middle, then he should be suspended. Because if you have an assignment and you take it off of your hands to go on the side, then I'm sorry, as a player, Will McDonald, you are dumb as a bag of rocks, dude. You are one dumb player. Never gotten to that point. Monday night against the Dolphins, game was over. And we're always playing behind. We're competitive when
that's the problem.
It doesn't. We're not competitive. The Jets are not competitive. They're not.
Should have been 10-6 going into the half.
Should have.
Where Glenn, and this is where I go back and forth with: is it the player or is it the coach? When it's 4-5, when it's 4th down and you got 5 yards to go, and you have a kicker like Folk that is essentially almost automatic, right? You kick that ball and you keep playing and you go 10-6, and it's a little bit, you're like, we're only down 4. We could continue to keep maybe, and we get the ball back and potentially score again. The momentum killing plays, that fumble deflated the living crap out of that team. That what's his name had in the first drive, then again going into the half when they came back.
Right,
out.
Isaiah Williams.
It destroys anything, because the narrative goes back into it, and this is what I talk about, the mentality piece of it. You got a lot of these players that all they've done is lose, have no understanding of what winning is, right? And that crap stays in your mind, bro. So it goes back. Holy crap. Here we go again. Same old Jet stuff. We do one thing right, but then we do 2 things wrong, and then we're here crawling back, trying to go ahead and do something. I agree with you, Dan. Like, I really, really do agree with you. Like, in regards to a lot of the things that this team is doing, it's just, what I'm seeing is, for me, and this is my opinion, right? I see that if we had this offense, right, a couple of years ago with Justin Fields, this line, right, and we were constantly saying, if we just scored 17 points, how many games we would have won because our defense is so good and everything. So what I'm trying to say is there are pieces that are there that they need to continue to keep building on, that I believe in that. I do believe in Justin Fields. I know a lot of the fan base is really not on, but when I'm watching the game itself, right, I see a quarterback that is still looking down the field, trying to throw the ball, but it's like, you know, a damn fly smelling crap, and he's just completely stuck to that these wide receivers cannot get separation. So if he throws the ball, it's a potential of either getting it in Jets luck, either gets tossed up in the air and somebody intercepts the ball. And then we're over here talking about Justin Fields is an interception freaking machine. He can't do right. He can't do this. He can't do that.
But Johnny boy, not for nothing, right? The coaching staff sees Justin Fields every single day. You know, so could it be that they already see the product, that they don't really trust him throwing the ball downfield? Maybe that's probably why they're not allowing him to throw and just want him to run and run and run, because it could be Glenn not having that confidence in him. Plus, he doesn't have anyone backing him up. I mean, Tyrod, and then you got Brady Cook. The Jets put themselves in such a bad hole here. This draft class, they could have at least shot something and drafted a quarterback, something to have in the back burner. My biggest issue was that the Jets released what's his name? The Martinez, right? He should have been on the team. I'm sorry, guys. He should have been on the team, not Brady Cook. At least Martinez had that extra it factor about him, some pizzazz or something about him. No, we got Brady Cook back there. We got Tyrod. At Justin Fields, we want to wrap our heads around that he's not being given the proper guidance, the tools, this and that. This is it. This is his last hurrah as a starter in this football league, because after this, he's going to be a career backup until proven otherwise. Every opportunity that he has to throw the ball, chuck it. I don't care if they're double team. Look at what Garrett Wilson did for 2 plays this past Monday night. One of them was a surefire touchdown that they called back because some referee was paid off from Vegas. All right, that's one. And again, Garrett Wilson caught it, and it was inbounds, even though they're like, oh, no, that was out of bounds. Perfect. He was in there. Then the second one that they actually called it a touchdown, throw it up to Garrett Wilson. I don't care if he's triple covered. The guy is a playmaker. He was
triple covered, and they almost picked it off, though.
Do it anyway.
They don't want him to throw it into coverage because they're worried about the turnover.
And if the run is working, you're going to want to stay with the run. Glenn has said it. This is a run. And you're right, Dan, but I tell you this. Fields is throwing that 50-50 ball. If he's seeing one-on-one coverage, he's going to get him the ball. And he's done it. You know, the referees, a lot of people are going back and forth, are saying, oh, you know, if the referees would have called this and all that, you know, it would have been different. We haven't done anything in how many years to earn any of the crap that the refs should give us. Because people say, oh, if it was Tom Brady back there, if it was Patrick Mahomes back there, Josh Allen, they would get these calls and all that.
Right.
But what have these guys done in the NFL? They've made the NFL a crap load of money. So, yes, they're going to want to continue to keep putting that product out there and protect it to make more money for them, which is that investment that these NFL is making into them. You do that. You talk about a lot of with the crypto and all that stuff like that. You know where you're going to put your stuff up, and you know that that's the one that you're going to continue to keep protecting it within itself, right?
That's
so like
right.
that's what I'm saying. Like, do I still think that we should draft a quarterback? I've been on record saying it, that we should draft a quarterback every single year, because if, to your point, Dan, if we're talking about Martinez is playing quarterback for us right now, then we have a giant problem with our offensive line.
Right.
Because he should not be there. He's a third string quarterback, and he should not be playing. That means our line is gone to crap. That means Garrett Wilson is completely gone. That means Breece Hall is not there. It's just giant.
But we've gotten there already. We're there. We're at 0-4, about to be 0-5. That mushroom cloud hit already. We're just hitting the ramifications right now. The kids are coming all out deformed because of the aftermath and whatnot. It's not looking good, and I hope I'm wrong. I really hope that the Jets win this week. The Jets win this week. Again, against all odds. It would be the most Jets-esque outcome. The Jets winning this. It's a trap game.
Trap game. This is the trap game for the Cowboys.
You go 2-4, right? You go 2-4, and then 3-4, 4-4 into the bye. Then, Johnny boy, you're 100% right. You're right. We needed to give Glenn a little bit more time, just like to Liam's point. Maybe we're right there. We're right there. Just a couple of plays to flip the switch. And maybe Luca, you and I would be looking at each other like, shit, you know what? Maybe we jumped the gun too fast on this. That's something that I think Luca and we would be like, bring it, man. We're going into the bye 4-4. Whoa, let's go. Perfect. That's why I'm going to side with you, Johnny boy, because I do like as much as I make fun of it with the whole boxing glove, the guy is trying
exactly
to turn this ship around. It's trying his best, but all this trying, if the results aren't there at the end of the season, again, if they win 5 games, I think he's super safe. 4 games, safe. The gray area is at 3 games and below. I think at that point, Woody's going to Woody, no matter what. He's going to, whether he gets another first timer in here or not. But if he gets embarrassed nationally, 0-17, 1-16, 2-15, as much as we don't even want to talk about it right now, it may start infiltrating. But with that, guys, I want to just have your predictions here. I'm going to start off with Armand because I had him in the backside because I was hearing some white noise back there and I was getting a little scared. Armand, do they win or do they lose Sunday?
Oh, they lose. I'm in on the tank. Cowboys 30, Jets 17.
Wow, that's close. All right, let's go, Luca. What you got?
The Cowboys defense isn't good, but nor is the Jets defense. So it's going to be a shootout type of game. I'm not going to say that the Jets put up as much as they do in week 1. Unfortunately, I don't see them winning until the defense actually knows how to show up and they get rid of the undisciplined pennies. And I was a remark on this real quick, Dan, before we go to the next.
Yeah.
You talked about the idea of going 1-4, then 2-4, and 3-4, and 4-4. We all got to take it, and I'm not saying you're getting too hyper, overly optimistic, but I think the one important thing is we need to see if this team wins on Sunday, which they can. We need to see how this team acts after a victory. They need to build upon it. Because as much as people say, oh, we can build upon progress from the Steelers week, the Bucks week, the Dolphins week, people chant the effort and all these different things. You got to see, what do you build upon after a victory? That's what I'm looking for. We're not there yet because we haven't won. So once again, it's about results. It's about playing the results.
Solid point, man. Afram, what you got?
I just want to start seeing a team that can become a cohesive unit. All right, start playing smart. But as far as the game, I'm going to say 28-21 Cowboys at that point.
Johnny boy, what you got?
I love this damn team, man. I do. And Jets, baby, with the dub. They come out and it's 31-27. I don't care, dog. I believe in the Cowboys. I believe in I believe in the Jets. I believe the Cowboys are going to be the Cowboys themselves. All right, they're gonna cowboy. I don't know, man. Please, Lord, let the Jets win and let them stack up the W's. And Luca and Dan, Luca, you were saying put in the young guys and let the young guys rock. That's what I've been saying. Okay. bench these older cats that have been here that all they know is losing. Let the young guys rock. So that's my take on that. But Jets win, Dan.
Perfect. And so, Luca, you have the Jets losing?
I do.
Okay. So I guess it's the South American fever here because I have the Jets winning 45-2 to the Cowboys. The Jets are going to win. They're going to shock the world. And that's just me saying,
Wait a minute. You spent the first 35 minutes
show dogging the Jets. I hate them.
The first 35, 40 minutes
them.
Destroying this
I
team.
hope they fire everybody.
And now all of a sudden,
and we're going to win
you're
the game.
Optimistic angel.
Right. We're going to win them. And yes, I have to take my meds for my bipolarism. It is what it is.
Dan,
it happens.
And guess what, bro? That's what happens when you're a Jet fan. All right, you start going off the wall with it.
Right.
At the end of the day, this damn team, we love them so damn much that it's so hard for me to say they're going to lose.
I can't say it. I can't do it.
Cowboys.
I can't do it. Guys, with that being said, thank you, everybody in the chat. Again, Luca, Armand, Afram, Johnny Boy, Liam. Thank you all again. Let's go Jets. And as far as the channel,
are you guys going to root for the Yankees?
Yes, I'll go for the Yankees. Why not? Yes, the Yankees, the Islanders, all the other New York teams.
12 strikeouts tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to root for the Yankees to beat the Red Sox because I can't stand the Red Sox.
It's over. It's done.
It's over. They just won. They just beat the Red Sox. They're moving on.
Wow, beautiful. I love it.
6 rings. Don't ever come back up here. None of us like you, dog.
Let's go Pens. Let's beat the Rangers next week.
Yeah. Anyway, again, to the new subscribers, we thank you. And on our road to 3,000 subs, we thank you all. Let's go Jets. Later, guys.
Quarterback, Ken O'Brien of California Davis.
Just 14 that first time, now going long. They got a wide open man, and he makes the catch. It's Braylon Edwards taking off. Braylon Edwards will take it home for the touchdown. 80. First down in San Diego territory at the 47-yard line. Big draw. And Pennington going for 6. Deep down the field, and it's caught by Santana Moss.
Buy Bitcoin. The Jets are going to win on Sunday.